Ago, on this very show, baseball insider Bob Nightingale was ready to bet his house on there being a baseball season.
I'm very optimistic. I would say, 90-10, we're going to be playing baseball. I think the only thing that would stop it is if something unforeseen happened, health reasons wise.
Now, there have been a lot back and forth since then over money. At the heart of the negotiation, prorated salaries. But at what rate? The players want to be compensated for 114 games. The owners have countered with 50 to 60. Bottom line, they have to figure it out ASAP if they want the season to start by the 4th of July. Now, it's been 10 years since Dallas Braden threw his Mother's Day perfect game with his grandmother in attendance at the Oakland Coliseum. Braden is now a member of the media. He can't broadcast A's games right now, so he started a podcast called The Starting Nine on Barstool Sports. Joining us now, Dallas Braden, the architect of that perfect game. Dallas, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, fantastic. We like to have baseball right now. The fact is, they've been negotiating for 4 weeks, still no deal. Nightingale told us a couple weeks ago there would be a deal. What's going on?
Well, it's tough to say. If I knew, I'd be yelling it from the mountaintops. I think what everybody is sick and tired of hearing is exactly what I think we're left to chew on, which is just really a quibble over financials. And I say quibble because I've beaten this horse as many times as I possibly could about where I stand on the relationship between the players and the ownership right now and how negotiations have gone and whether there's been a level of respect or a level of really effort or genuine interest to try to get this game going and try to get this game on the field. So it's been tough to stand by and watch. There's no doubt about that. And I can only imagine what the active players are feeling right now, because let's remember, these are the gentlemen who have been pursuing this dream since they were young men, and they want nothing more than to be on the field playing the game.
What leads you to believe there's a lack of genuine interest, in your words, from the owner side?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily, and it's a lack of interest, I think, that can be perceived from both sides. And I'm not speaking for the players. I'm speaking as a former player. That's how I would perceive this. If you're not willing to do a lot of the things that we've seen the union ask to be done, like let's talk about the financials. Let's really open up the books here and see what revenue streams look like. And, if those things aren't happening, then you're going to have a tough time convincing me that there's a group that is just really interested in getting this product back on the field.
Talking about opening the books and a revenue stream. Let me play devil's advocate from the owner's side. I'm not selling tickets. I'm not selling concessions. The local TV money probably stopped coming in at some point recently here. There is no revenue coming in. What revenue stream are you referring to?
Well, the operative word there would be probably, because if you're going to broach it that way, you're not telling me a fact that they are or are not receiving revenue. That's the point I think that the players are making, the union is making, is if you're interested in splitting revenue and what that would look like, well, let's take a look at what those streams looked like in the past so we have a baseline.
Major League Baseball's hope that they would open an 82-game schedule beginning the weekend of July 4th. Given the timeline and the requirement of the players, say, a 3-week spring training, do you think that's going to happen with no deal yet on the table?
Oh, man, I tell you, I've had a pessimistic outlook on what the potential for this season looked like, really from the jump street. And that's not just based on the negotiations that we've seen between players and ownership. That's a lot to do with what I think we've seen just based on the global situation. We've got a pandemic going on.
A couple of weeks ago, Dallas, we were talking about two issues: pandemic and the other issue, money. Now the focus is solely or 95% on money. Given that fact, that baseball may not be played because of money, what is the risk long term for baseball?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge because you're already seeing other sports mobilize, and they are going to be on the TV and in your mind and in the hearts of a lot of folks who are searching for something.
Facing up and driving and smashing the rim.
The fact that there's going to be other distractions during the time when baseball should be foremost thing in your mind if you're a sports fan, that's tough.
We going to have a baseball season or not?
If I was Santa Claus, I'd tell you to go run over and look under your Christmas tree right now. And we've got baseball. But as far as where my heart lies, it's a tough one.
Hey, Dallas, I always appreciate you taking the time. Thank you. I hope to see you someday soon at the ballpark.
No problem. Let's go, Oakland.